Peace. We're going to jump straight into it.
Well, another inmate has died while in the custody of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. The latest death happening
This was 2
over the
months ago.
weekend, and this actually marks the 4th death at the jail in the last month, and at least the 8th person in Fulton County Sheriff's Office custody to die in the past year. So this detainee was 34 years old. He was locked up for 8 months on an arson charge, still waiting for an indictment. And we aren't naming him right now, but Fulton County officials are still trying to notify his family. He died Saturday, according to the sheriff's office, just days after federal court records show he filed a civil rights complaint. He said deputies kicked him in the head, stomped on his hands while he was in handcuffs, and pepper sprayed him. He said other inmates bullied, bit, and attacked him. The detainee never posted bond, and his attorney tried to get that bond reduced earlier this month. We spoke to defense attorney Meg Strickler, who says the system is failing these individuals.
You think?
This is the one that makes me the most sad, because he was detained prior to anything happening because he couldn't afford bail out. And that's that two-tiered system that just kills me. And the majority of them are people who can't afford bond. Remember, these people aren't found guilty yet.
So the sheriff's office did not directly respond to the detainee's complaint, saying it was researching whether one had been filed. This all comes as the jail is under the microscope of the Department of Justice, which launched an investigation into the conditions at the facility in July.
Okay. So that's just one. So we go to another one. You ready?
Lost a fifth of his body weight in less than 90 days. That's just 3 months. And that is also what's fueling the Fulton County jail controversy tonight.
And now the family of LaShawn Thompson, that's his name, is still tormented by their questions after they claim he was eaten alive by bed bugs while in custody. The autopsy listed Thompson's cause of death as severe neglect because of untreated schizophrenia, claiming that he was not given proper medication or care while in jail.
Atlanta News First reporter Zach Summers, he's live at the Fulton County Jail for us tonight. And Zach, it's important to note that the county's autopsy listed his cause of death as undetermined. What does the new report mean for the family?
Well, attorneys for the family of LaShawn Thompson says that this sort of proves what they've already suspected, that the 35-year-old was neglected to death.
How long?
Standing on the steps of the state capitol Monday morning, attorneys for the family of LaShawn Thompson revealed findings of an independent autopsy into the September death of the inmate inside the Fulton County Jail.
Your mental health status should not equal the death penalty. And that's what happened in Fulton County.
In the report, Dr. Roger Mitchell.
Okay. We're gonna skip there. We're gonna come back to that one. We're gonna stop there for a minute on that one. I got to take y'all back to this one. We must go back to pointing the finger. You must get the gist of this. I got to get you back to that one real quick. Because pointing the finger, this one is the one I was telling y'all to watch. If you didn't watch it, you should have. Where you at pointing the finger? Because I promise you, the pointing the finger one, what 11 Alive, A&F did they report? It goes into depth. Let me do this. Yeah, here we go.
Another shock out of the Fulton County Jail, an inmate stabbed to death.
LaShawn Thompson was found face down in the toilet in his cell, and he was covered in insects.
The 8th victim, Sam Lawrence, who wrote a letter asking for help just 4 days before his death.
His last words, Let's get help, please.
And now the Justice Department is launching an investigation.
It will cost roughly $40 million per year to move roughly 1,000 inmates out of the region and out of the state.
I got a detainee that wants to talk to you all. I had knives put to my throat, and I had to call my mom telling them, please wire somebody some money or I'm going to be killed.
Those inmates are not props. They are people. Let's stop playing politics.
Okay, now I'm gonna stop right there for a minute. They are playing politics with them people. Hmm? These be the facts. They are playing politics with these people. Hmm? On top of them playing politics with them, they're playing politics with the people. So they're trying to get you scared to start voting for them to get the money to build a new jail. I dig that, right? They want to build a new jail instead of fix the problems. Like for instance, why is so many people in or why so many black men have felonies? Why is it automatic that we get felonies? Because you're trying to lock us up. You're trying to get us into your system, your slave system. As if being out here working and giving you all our fucking money isn't enough, right? So I had to dive into this real quick because right after we do this intro and they come in, we diving right back into this. Okay? Start this off like I should have. Peace to the gods and goddesses here on the planet Kai. Peace to the high vibration of humans. Peace to anybody watching. How about that? You gotta know. You gotta know. We'll be right back. Don't be listening to these rappers. Don't be listening to these trappers. Don't be listening to these rappers. Rappers don't talk about shit no more. Okay, so before I jump into this, man, let me first and foremost say, okay, I'm not villainizing the police. Okay, that's not my goal here. I'm just merely pointing out the facts. Okay, so before you go any further or anything with any kind of, I'm not villainizing the police. I'm pointing out facts. Okay, so now with that being said, now I got through that little part. I'm not gonna play a video yet. I got something I wanna. So look, there's a lot of stuff going on with these police and Fulton County and everything that's going on. So with that being said, what I'm saying is this: they are painting a narrative. Okay, they are broadcasting a narrative. This is social media. The news is social media. Social media is an enchantress. Like I said in a video before, she has you in the snare. You're going to believe everything they tell you because you know nothing other than that. You have become ensnared in their drum or in their web of lies and deceit. So, with that being said, I'm not going to tell you to wake up. I'm going to tell you to use your third eye, right? Start thinking for yourself. Stop listening to them and what they're telling you and start utilizing your third eye. Everything that they tell you, actually, in all actual fact, would be to mislead you. What I'm telling you is to put you on the path of righteousness. You get it? So, um, with that being said, I have to take this uh, red pill, blue pill effect or type of approach to get you to see that the corporation, other known as the government, they don't mean you no good. Okay. I know some of y'all are saying, "Hey, man, you can't be saying that about the government." I get it, but let me break down what that word means first, right? Government is broken into two. It's two words. It's just two words smashed together. It's govern and mint. Govern is to control. You know, anything that you try and govern, you're trying to control it. And mint is your mind. So there you have it. That is their name. That is what it's for. That's what they try and do. That's why they build algorithms and things, because they're trying to control your mind and how to think, what to think about, when to think about it. That's why they have religions and all of this other stuff that they have. Okay? Without those things, they wouldn't be able to condition you, turn you into a little um, leading yourself to the slaughter sheep. I'm just going to call it what it is. They even call you sheeple. So you can take it for what it is, and we can move on and we can get into some of these facts, so you can see that your government and governments around all of this shit together, they're not for you, and they even have you hurting you. Okay, because I want you to understand this. This is one of the facts that I need you to really understand. If you live in Atlanta, Atlanta needs two things. Or they're trying to get two things. One thing for sure that they already have hold on it. They gotta finish that. And your boy Andre Dickens is behind it all. You'll see his face. His face is gonna be on a lot of this. That's his agenda. So they want to get that cop city, right? They need that cop city, and to help that cop city, all the jails around, all the county jails, the surrounding jails for that cop city that cop city is going to support, they have to all be tip top shape. They gotta hold motherfuckers. You get it? So Fulton County is not up to par. So you gotta think of this as it what it is. Okay? I need you to hold on 1 second. I'm gonna tell you you gonna get it real now. Right. Hold on. I'll be right back. I can never find shit when I need it. Never. Anyway, man, I can never find nothing when I want to. But to make a long story short, yo, make a long story short, y'all. Look, my bad. Make a long story short, man, they're playing chess with our asses. They even got it in the background of a lot of their things. You see it in the videos. You see them checkerboard. You see that shit everywhere. That's what that means. That's what that means. They're playing the game. You are a pawn in their game. And the people who have the advertisement in the back, I even have a picture. I'm gonna show that picture to y'all. It's a picture, man. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, you're gonna see the picture. It's gonna be in there. Um, Man, because this is a picture I was taking when I was 22 in jail. I had no idea, but if you look at that picture, they have a whole lot of them. Oh man, when you look at that picture, because I studied it, that picture had a whole lot of esoteric shit in there. Boy, they was spelling upon me, and I had no idea. You get it? I keep looking on my nose, man, and it seems like I got a damn booger, but that's just the inside of my shit. So, y'all excuse me for that. Anyway, man. So, they got this cop city, and they need Fulton County to fucking be up to par because all of this shit is going to have to fund each other. That's how it is. It's set up that way. Believe it. I want you to understand this is a fucking penal system, you see. And they know that. And see, you got to understand what that is, right? But anyway, they're really going to get deep into this shit, man. And you think that this silent war has just started? No, 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 no. It's been going on for a very, very, very long time. That's exactly why I said in the beginning why we get felonies and others get misdemeanors. And it's really on a. I ain't gonna just use it as far as saying Caucasians get away with things. I'm not going. That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that brothers, sisters, we them die for our color. They give us felonies, and they'll give anybody else, a misdemeanor. It's just what they do. That's how the system is. They persecute the gods and goddesses and demonize us. You understand? Got us make us look like we the ones who are doing all the harm and things. And then you got those who are up to par upon their shots and stuff. So you're full of fucking nanobites, and you don't realize why you're being activated, and you don't realize why you're on the news. What did I do? Yeah, everybody that they catch up, that they let go and get caught up, and you see they fucking the damn mug shot. I need to pull up a couple of the mug shots. When you see they mug shots, they're always looking like they groggy, coming out of some shit. And that's because the motherfuckers been up to par on their shots. They are being activated, driven like cars. You don't have to believe me. You don't. I know that sounds very crazy, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Fulton County, right? I got to get down a little bit deeper into the. Yeah. We had to get on up into it a little bit because see, this report was pretty long.
Some people died. Some people get stabbed. Atlanta police arrested D'Anthony and his former roommate for murder in 2019. This past July, his attorney argued the district attorney had no proof he was involved.
There's no physical evidence that Mr. Tolbert assaulted anybody, fired a gun at anybody, drove the vehicle that night.
Frustrated, the 25-year-old spoke out in court.
Civil German environment, I don't need no disrespect, but this is my life. So I only have one chance.
After waiting 4.5 years behind bars to prove his innocence, the jury found him not guilty. How did this impact your mental health?
I ain't even gonna lie to you, it tore me up. I'm scared right now because I don't have nobody. I don't have a support team. When I got out, it's like they don't even have programs to help people in my situation. Like, I really did lose everything. Like, even my kids, like, I can't even have my family no more.
He lost his home, lost his job, and he almost lost his life.
Stab right here.
Each marking on his back and arms, stab wounds from knives and shanks. Right there, there.
While he was in Fulton County.
They just keep going. And this all happened at the jail?
Yeah.
I mean, are you surprised that you're alive?
Yeah. Thank God for it every day.
You see this shit? Look at the two
And
asterisks.
Atlanta's first investigation uncovered
two
Anthony
asterisks.
is one of hundreds of people
They trying to
inside the
omit your
county
ass.
jail waiting extraordinary lengths of time for their day in court. Overcrowding the jail caused by an unprecedented backlog of criminal cases. County records show as of September, at least 690 people detained more than a year in jail, 142 waiting 3 years, and at least 19 people waiting more than 5.
Hold on,
That
wait.
includes 61-year-old Daryl Lowe, who has waited 13 years behind bars for his trial date. None of them convicted of a crime, all of them in the sheriff's custody.
Nope. Hold on. Now, did you hear that? You heard that? You heard that shit, right? I know you heard that shit. They said brother was in there for 13. He's been in there for 13 years in the custody of Fulton County Jail for 13 years. Remember, I said you'll get down here on some bullshit, get caught up in some bullshit, and they will lose your ass in the system. Be careful. Rashad Jamal came out here, woke a lot of people up. Opened my eyes to some shit that I wasn't seeing. And even though it wasn't Fulton County, he's still in the metro Atlanta area. Georgia's on some shit down here. You speak out, you say something down here, and they jump on some shit with you. I'm just saying. How long is it going to take? I'm not saying we should jump in and start activating. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying master yourself. Find out who you are. Because all around the nation, there's a silent war. And the target is on your back. They don't give a fuck about your age. They don't care if you're 75, goddammit, 95. They don't give a damn. If your ass can walk around this motherfucker, the target is on your back. I know that sounds harsh. Males and females, kids and motherfucking teenagers, the whole nine. If you got carbon in your skin, if you think that that is your name, you have been fooled. You need to learn how to enunciate or break down words how they're really supposed to be used, how they use them. No, that is not name. That is enemy. Enemy. I did this. I demonstrated this before. If you are signing away, if you're putting your signature on anything, you're signing away your nature. You're signing away your rights to any part of nature that you belong to. That sounds crazy because they got to use in cursive. Curse I've. I've cursed myself is what you're telling yourself, people. So yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you, straw man, straw woman. You thought the Wizard of Oz was about Dorothy? No, it was about your ass. Y'all didn't see that with the glasses on. You're not in Kansas anymore. You know why? Cause they locking your ass up everywhere. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna dive back into this Fulton County. Cause I need you to know, I'm talking about Fulton County. It's probably somebody else making another video talking about the county jails in their city, they state. That's how rough this shit is. And if you ain't seeing it, I mean, what? Come on, man. I can look up stuff on in other cities just going on. I even have another story to tell. And like I said, I'm not villainizing the Atlanta police. I'm not villainizing the police, period. I am merely showing you, pointing the finger at where some of their procedures are pointing at you. I'm just letting y'all know that I know we are your enemy. Hey, it's my job to let my people know when they being misled.
Pat LaBont, are you frustrated when you hear these numbers? Well, I'm not frustrated. Let me tell you why I'm not frustrated. I knew when I took office, I knew when I ran for office that the system was broken. I just didn't know how broken.
The court backlog impacts more than people accused of crimes. Victims and their families suffer too.
We're back on the record with State versus Jerez Sanders.
This past August, Latarcia Gaither takes a seat inside a Fulton County courtroom, waiting for a verdict she worried would never happen. Facing Jerez Sanders, accused of killing her longtime boyfriend Timothy Jackson and two others at this home in 2013.
I needed justice to move on. I need this.
Hold on. Get this. I went there for a brief little visit. Somewhere around 2013, this little cat got locked up. Still to this day, well, not to this day. He's been there for 10 years. Fulton County, 10 years. Now listen.
Latarcia is the one who found Timothy dead inside.
You go down the hallway. There's a bedroom to your left, and the two bedrooms. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Finding somebody that you love and care about with their head blown off like that took a lot from me. It destroyed me.
A jury found Jerez guilty of murder, but he sat in Fulton County's jail for nearly 10 years until his trial.
I felt like my life was on hold. Like I couldn't move on because I needed closure from this.
Was your jail ever intended to house someone 10 years waiting for trial?
Well, the direct answer is no. We were never intended as a penitentiary or as a state prison.
They only have 2 years at best.
Facility.
The sheriff says
Speedy
when
trial.
the jail was built in 1989, it was almost immediately over capacity. Sections of it are now falling apart. LaBont is calling for a new, bigger detention center focused on mental health services.
Okay.
Estimated cost to taxpayers, billion.
Okay.
The backlog is not.
Okay, we're gonna stop there. You see, there go the price tag. They want $1 billion to build a new jail that's gonna support this cop city. This cop city is supposed to be a training facility. Cop City is supposed to be a training facility here. They're supposed to be learning how to what? Police people. I think they do a bang up job of that shit right now. They're doing a hell of a slave chaser motherfucking move. You know, because that's what the police was in the first place. Slave chaser. See, we need to understand the fact that you're not free. Emancipation didn't free your ass. It freed you from the hand. Look it up. I ain't lying. You're not a free black individual. You only signed yourself into slavery. And then you started going to their schools and learning their ways. So instead, they started using you in another way. They came up with the industrial era. I couldn't say that word. They came up with the industrial shit. So they said, we're going to use these motherfuckers to work and build all these fucking cars, chop down all these trees and kill the planet. Because they know what you're supposed to be doing. You're a whole planet angel. You're supposed to be taking care of the planet. They tell you what you're supposed to be doing inside your book. Hmm? They tell you what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, you know, they took it and they done, and then they said, here, take this. They done gave you a different. This is the King James version. They have the King James version. They have the NIV. They got the Mormons edition. They got so many volumes of this, so many different interpretations. The same thing for that Quran. It's so many different. It's gonna be a lot of people mad, but that's okay. I get it. So many different Qurans. They got the Sunnah. They got all this different stuff. All these different books that came out of one book, one big thick ass book. They took it and broke it down and gave you what they wanted. Hmm? Then they broke down some of the other stuff and gave some to this author. They said, here, rewrite this and formulate it into your own shit. And here, you rewrite this and formulate it into your own shit. And you take this and you take that. And everybody started writing books and everything started up to the shelf. And motherfuckers started reading that shit and taking it in. And thoughts, which is where we are, a thought place, took over. And here you are today, slaves to the system. Gonna get back into this because this is where $1 billion. This is where they're trying to get you. And notice, anybody that's been to jail, anybody, you know, your ass is working. Hmm? In the county jail, they give your ass a job instantly. What the fuck can you do when you get there after they done shot you up with that shit and all that? What the fuck? do, because you ain't gonna just be sitting around here doing nothing. You gonna have your ass waxing some motherfucking floors or in this fucking kitchen cooking some shit for these other motherfucking shit. You gonna do something around this motherfucker. You gonna clean this bitch up. You gonna do something. You can't just lay around this motherfucker. Put your ass downstairs in the motherfucking fish pod forever. Or you can lay around, you know, like the motherfuckers shaking and shit on the sixth floor or whatever, on all that shit. Hmm? Then they got nerve to have private jails. These are motherfucking corporations in the corporation that own private jails to house your ass for when they convicted you of one of their man-made crimes. Before we get there, I gotta give you the definition. I gotta give you the definition. This is the Black's Law Dictionary. Okay, all right. Ooh, signature crime. A distinct signature crime. I was looking for crime. I'm going to give you crime first. Because they don't have a solo dolo about crime. It does not have a solo dolo meaning about crime. You know why? You know why? Oh, crime. Crime, an act that the law makes punishable. The breach of a legal duty treated as the subject matter of a criminal proceeding. Did you understand that? An offense consisting of a violation of an administratable rule or regulation that carries with it a criminal sanction. Hmm? Right? That's what a crime is. So then it's crime against humanity, a brutal crime that is not an isolated incident, but that involves large and systematic actions, often cloaked with official authority, and that shocks the conscience of humankind. You know, the humankind shit. Okay. Among the specific crimes that fall within this category are mass murder, extermination, enslavement, deportation, and other inhumane acts perpetrated against a population, whether in wartime or not. statute of the Internal Criminal Court, and it's got some numbers behind it, but that's the probably the how you look it up to see where what they saying is facts. So what they've been doing against us is a crime against humanity. But you know why they don't consider it a crime against humanity? Because they don't consider your dumb black ass human. Hmm? We'll get into that later. They don't consider you human. All right? It's just, I mean, you can look it up yourself. The black man is not human, and you're not. You are of the God species. They know that, which is why you're not under their laws, which is why they can try and do whatever they want to when you allow them to do it. That's what they do to you all the time. At you, like just like this, telling you, hey, do this, do what I say. They don't give you time to get your shit in order at all. Because they know that if you wake up to the fact that you're being punished for nothing other than the carbon in your skin, then they know they're going to have a whole situation. See, they tested that situation on your ass when they had them black t-shirts that everybody had on. The ones that said Black Lives Matter, and everybody was walking around with guns and mad and shit. They was measuring your energy levels then to see where the fuck you were. I know. I get it. Y'all don't think the government is trying to do anything to you. Why would they harm you? You go vote. You go to work every day. You're a good citizen. Meanwhile, there's a whole war against you while you taking your ass to work, paying their bills. They warring on your ass. I'm finna show you.
It's not fixed. What will new jail do? Would it even matter? Well, it certainly matters, and we've advocated for a replacement jail. This jail is when you look at your home, you look at a single family home that was built to house a single family, and then the day it was open, you have multiple families in that home. The pipes weren't rated for that. The lighting wasn't rated for that. The walls weren't rated for that.
Okay.
That's what has occurred.
So
Sheriff Labat says his office
hold on.
is
Wait. There was he could have said anything in the world. He could have said when you jumped into a new building, a new restaurant, a new anything. You always got to make sure everything. You know what I mean? What did he do? He used a reference when you jumped into a new home. Suggestion is a motherfucker. I understand now, really. I mean, he's suggesting that you think about jail being home. He made jail. He put that in your head just then. When you buy a new home, what does that have to do with jail?
Penitentiary or as a state
Huh?
prison. It is a pretrial
Let's watch that
facility.
The
again.
sheriff says when the jail was built in 1989, it was almost immediately over capacity. Sections of it are now falling apart. Labat is calling for a new, bigger detention center focused on mental health services. Estimated cost to taxpayers more than $1 billion.
But if the backlog is not addressed, if it's not fixed, what will new jail do? Would it even matter? Well, it certainly matters, and we've advocated for a replacement jail. This jail is when you look at your home, you look at a single family home that was built to house a single family, and then the day it was open, you have multiple families in that home. The pipes weren't rated for that. The lighting wasn't rated for that. The walls weren't rated for that. And that's what has occurred here.
Sheriff Labat says his office is probably
Sheriff Labat said some
attorney's
bullshit.
office and judges waiting for them to move cases along. While his jail and the people inside suffer the consequences.
I think there's enough blame to go around. I can tell you who's not to blame. Not to blame is the sheriff's office.
Really? You
Enter
are in
Fulton
charge of
County
that.
District
Hold
Attorney
on, wait.
Bonnie Willis.
So now he's not gonna say that, hey, I get it. I'm the one, my folk run the jail. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my folk run the jail. You know what I mean? We them motherfuckers. If it's a fight in that bitch, we break that shit up. I send my goons in there and break that shit up. Hmm? If you ain't doing it, Sheriff, who the fuck is in charge? What the fuck? Well, how are you not to blame? Please make me understand. I know you inherited it, but you've been there for a while now to where you should have been able to start fixing this shit instead of making it worse and letting it get worse. It seems to me, Sheriff, like you're trying to do some shit for re-election or some shit because, it's about to be election time. All of this shit is a game. They play games. This is chess, my good man, not checkers. Hmm? Chess, baby. Not checkers. This is all a game. It's really a game. And it's high time that you get up and start playing yourself. Tap in. Because shit, they got you tapped in whether you realizing it or not. You're watching the TVs and all of this. You're in locked into this shit. I'm telling you, you have a choice. You make the same choice every day though. But you have a choice. One day you're gonna decide, you know what? I wanna live in the now. I don't wanna live in the past. I don't wanna keep having to go back and watch about this shit. Hmm? I'm not telling you not to be aware or not to be in the know. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying know when you're being played. Know when the news is real news and when it's propagated bullshit. Hmm? Because look, one thing for certain, the county jail is fucked up. Atlanta is fucked up. It's a lot of wild shit going on in Atlanta. I'm finna skip past the little shit Fannie Mae talking about because she never talks the right shit anyway. She's a part of the fucking problem. She wants to lock your ass up. She does not care at all. We're gonna skip past Fannie Mae. And I gotta talk about
and play golf. We monitor this. The judges who are working come to my.
hold on. I skipped down far. I'm going because I need y'all to really watch this on your own, folks, because you need to know the gist of it, and you're only gonna get the gist of it if you watch it on your own, the whole thing. You know, me reporting on it like I'm reporting on it right now. I'm just busting it down, letting y'all know what the fuck they got doing, what the fuck they planning, and why they planning it. You feel me? But you gotta watch the shit to understand, or even you get the where I'm at right now. Cause you probably thinking, oh, this nigga just tripping, man. He just talking. No, I ain't just talking. Real talk. They got a whole plot, a whole plan, and they using this dude was using inmates to sell the fucking shit. Like, I mean, after Labat. So I ain't against. I'm just telling y'all, man.
Not, you don't get an impact until you hear one of your statements. Tell you about this, sir. So if you give me just a second.
I got a detainee that wants to talk to you. We couldn't make it for public comment for security reasons. But ultimately, I got a representative that wants to at least give you an idea. Like somebody said, spend the night in the jail, right? Let's let somebody with some passion come talk to him.
Somebody with some passion.
Good afternoon. My name is Kenneth Perry Jr., and I've been in the Fulton County Jail for about 16 months. Off rip, the jail itself is deteriorating. The walls are crumbling down, and inmates are creating shanks out of the walls. So you can go inside of the wall and get you a knife. You can go inside of your light and fix yourself up something and stab somebody next. Just because
Okay, now look. He ain't in that part of the jail. Hmm? Think about what he's getting to say this. Hmm? I get it. I'm not saying that the crime ain't bad in the A. I'm not saying that. And I ain't saying that a lot of the people that's there shouldn't be there because there's some monsters in the A. It's monsters everywhere. Hell, I used to be one. That's why I was in a jail. But hey, time to time, you know, because I feel the way I feel about this country, period. And I know that can get me in some shit. But I'm just telling you. This right here that they're talking about, this is theatrics at its best. He got he got a whole inmate talking about how bad the jail is. What does he get out of it? He's been there how long? What does he get out of it? Because I know if it is that bad, if it's super bad, he's been there for 16 months. He gonna be there. Nigga, you better put your shoes on. Better put your fucking shoes on, my boy. It's time to get you one. If everybody else around you got a shank, you better get you one yourself. Rules 101, penitentiary rules. If everybody's strapped up, you better get you some motherfucking phone books and get strapped up yourself. Know your environment. I'm everything and everything is me. Shit. Come on, you gotta get in your environment. You gotta know where you at.
365 days, 52 weeks, 1 year.
Okay?
That's even
Just
a
saying,
lifetime sentence. Ain't no repenting.
I've been here. I've been in these places.
Ain't no pressing
I've been amongst these people.
freedom is stoop. It's off to a new place where nobody
I know how these police officers act in the streets. I know how they pull up on you as if you are the enemy.
Get your dough.
They throw them blue and red lights in the mirror. That right there is fucking magic, color magic at its best. You see that shit, it hits your eyes, and the way it registers in your brain is fear. That's why you instantly, oh shit, you start making that shit. Then they come around, don't let it be dark. They hit the motherfucking mirror after they done touched your car with their fingers and shit. They hit your mirror with that motherfucking light, and it blinds you and you can't see their ass. Come on, man. All of that's what they're taught. And they're finna build a training facility to teach them how to do it even more efficiently. No, this is not just about Fulton County and Cop City here in Georgia. This is about what's going on as a whole. You have a target on your back. This it's aimed at you. Each city has their own agenda. But the whole end to the fucking thing is they're playing chess with your lives. And to get your ass, it's chess and Monopoly. Did you get it? You don't pass go, you go straight to fucking jail. It's life, chess, Monopoly. It's all of these games tied up into one. This is why they showed you that movie. What is that movie? Squid Games. They was letting you know what they fucking do. You played red light, green light. You done did all this shit. You're doing it now. Red light, green light on the way to work. Just tell you. Look, man. This shit is simplicity at its best. I ain't gonna waste too much time. I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell y'all because look, man, you got these guys out here that's predators. And look, LGBT once again, please don't be angry at me. I'm not finna bash you. That's not what I'm doing. But in the ATL, some of y'all are quite aggressive. Quite aggressive. And some of you are police officers and you're quite aggressive. Quite aggressive. I've been approached by some of those aggressive LGBT officers. Yes. And I guess they feel because, you know, they're LGBT that they have to assert themselves even a little more. Or I'm not sure. You know, maybe they feel like they've been talked about and done wrong and they don't want to be talked about and done wrong in their blue uniform. Shit. I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is. It's ego. Those are the slave chasers, guys. They have it in their head to do whatever the fuck they want when the fuck they want. That's why they're going to jail. That's why in my last video, I showed you where some of them were going to jail for killing an inmate. There's one in Clayton County. This mug had the damn inmates jump on another inmate. He's in jail with the inmates now. So I'm just showing you how aggressive they are. Even down to the jailers. They get that badge, a little piece of tin and shit, and they give them a little fucking gun, and the motherfuckers think that they are the fucking law. But really, he's just another little motherfucking boy that's been mistreated like Yakub was back when he was here, wrestled with the angel, thus becoming Israel. We'll talk about that too. For those of you who think that we should be sitting a word about Palestine and Israel, it's not America. I'm sorry. That might sound anti-Semitic or some of that shit that they might want to say, but no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we have our own war, our own fight right here, right now, where the target is on our backs. We need not worry about Israel and Palestine, my people who look like me. Let the rich folk deal with the rich folk. That's a rich war going on. Every last one of them does live here. From over there, the majority of them are in and they have money. That's the rich folk. Let the rich folk have their war. Okay? That's all. That's what I got to say on that. Let the rich have their war. Because they really ain't fighting over there. That's bullshit. The shit is, they just doing shit to get control of the land. It's about the land. Trying to run off them darkies over there. That's why they feel. Gotta get rid of the darkies. Gotta get rid of them darkies. All that good energy. You know them darkies. We gotta get rid of them darkies. I'm just saying, man. It is what it is here in America. Yeah, in Georgia, it is definitely what it is. So on with the story I was going to tell you about, because I had to set the narrative. You get that? I had to paint the picture that I need for you to see, which is the aggression, the aggressiveness. Because the story that I'm about to talk about, I actually know a family member of the guy that they're talking about. And the story that they told me about the guy that's in question here, Alton Oliver, he's a little mental health. He's not all the way there. 26-year-old young man on his way home from work one night. They're not going to tell you that story. They tell you that it was an argument. But they're not going to tell you what type of argument it was. And in my next video, I'm going to let the family member tell you the exact account that Alton Oliver told him, word for word. Okay? But I'm telling you now, I'm giving you a backlash or whatever. However, I'm giving you background so you'll know. I don't know why I keep looking back there, y'all. My bad. I'm giving you background so you'll know what to expect when we come for the next story. Okay? So, Alton Oliver. I ain't really got my name. I can tell you a little bit first that the brother was on his way home from work. He was being harassed by a LGBT police officer, and I've had an incident like this myself where they pull up on you, and they be like, "Hey, baby, come on, man, what you doing, baby? Come on, get in the car with me. Where you going?" Shit like that, and they really do that here. This is what they do here. And you know, you got guys here that are homophobic, and Alton Oliver, I'm sure, is borderline homophobic. Like, you know, you got guys who don't get down like that at all. Like, man, if that's what you do, then that's what you do. Stay over there with it. You understand? Me, on the other hand, my son, he's LGBT. You dig? I'm not quite sure about my other kids. I know a whole lot of LGBT. I get along with them. I myself, as a heterosexual male, I only like females. But getting down to what I'm getting down to is I'm okay with the LGBT. I don't have an issue with them. I know that they're going to do what they're going to do. Hey, it's not on me, it's on you. Right? That's how I see it. It is what it is. You're going to do what you're going to do. It's not on me, it's on you. I have my own soul that I have to worry about. I'm not here to get yours. You got to save yourself. I'm here to show you how to save yourself, how to be your own savior, right? Because that's what we're here to do. So let's get off into it. Because I said what I said, and that's what I said. Deal with it. I wasn't trying to be fucked up, but the last person that you heard was an LGBT young man.
Have nothing else to do. More importantly, we as inmates, we have to then start defending ourselves. If people are going to start stabbing us because there are people that don't care there, and that's just on them, but when people are put in jail for a period of time to where we're just supposed to be there to sit and wait for the courts or wait for instruments pulled on us. And then you have mold everywhere in the jail. I've been there for 16 months, and luckily I'm in a different facility now.
My bad,
But
y'all.
it's a lot of people that are in the
Accidentally hit
jail
the damn
over
and it
capacity,
stopped the damn
and we're putting
video.
more and more people inside of the jail, but not creating solutions to where we're cleaning up the jail or we're replacing the broken things. It doesn't work. And for me, I'm lucky, but I also had 4 knives pulled on me at once. I had knives put to my throat, and I had to call my mom telling them, please wire somebody some money or I'm going to be killed. Nobody should be subject to that at a jail where you're supposed to be waiting to get your day in court. And that just does not work for the inmates.
Okay, so look, as I said, there was something that they told him to make him do that. Any ordinary jail inmate is not just going to want to get on TV to talk about how bad the jail is. They ain't giving a fuck about that. They're trying to get out. Because I was there, the jail been falling apart for years. They just send your ass over to pre-release or somewhere. Come on, man. This shit it's been going on for years, but all of a sudden now that they got this fucking cop city that they're building, they gotta have places to house your ass because they have a plan. It's a plan. It's a whole agenda in effect, right? So back to Alton, Alton Oliver, man. Damn, my bad, bro. I don't mean to be messing up your name like that. But let me get back to that. He was being as he was on his way home from work, he was being stalked by LGBT police officer, pushing up on him. He kept telling the police officer, man, back up, that ain't my, I don't get down like that. They even know that it was an argument. They don't know, they say that they don't know what type of argument that it was, but I'm telling you what type of argument it was. They were arguing over this man's booty. This man telling him, no, man, I'm not trying to get down with you. That's not my move. I don't do this. And he still pressed on with it. And my partner kept moving, getting away from him. The officer gave chase. The evidence only shows it. We're finna get to it. We're finna get to it.
Oliver and Charles Hampton Jr., the chief deputy, announced. We continue to follow breaking news. A suspect has now been arrested in Fulton County. Deputy James Thomas's death. Joe Ripley just spoke with investigators about the break in this case, and he joins us live. Hey, Joe. Hey, good afternoon to you. Atlanta police right here in their headquarters announced the arrest of 26-year-old Alton Oliver. This coming through the New Year's holiday. That arrest made Monday of Oliver, and Charles Hampton Jr., the chief deputy, announced that he was arrested at his workplace. Oliver had previously faced traffic charges, and now he's being held in the Cobb County Jail on murder, aggravated assault, and weapons charges, all related to the deadly shooting of Deputy James Thomas. Thomas, a Fulton County deputy, he is from Mississippi. He had worked for the Fulton County Sheriff's Office for less than a year. We just learned he will be laid to rest back home in Mississippi. Atlanta police say Deputy Thomas was found shot and killed in the driver's seat of a crashed vehicle around 4:30 last Thursday morning on Bolton Road in the Riverside neighborhood of Atlanta. Today, investigators said the motive is still unclear right now, but here's what they believe led up to those deadly shots.
The suspect was on foot, and right now there's some type of argument that escalated to the gunfire.
Any word on any connection between the suspect?
Okay, you heard that. So the suspect was on foot. My boy was on his way home from work, right? He was on his way home. He chose to walk home from work that night instead of waiting where he usually waits for a young lady to take him home. He didn't feel like waiting, so he decided he was going to walk himself. Or sometimes he would catch a ride home, from what I understood. So he chose this night to walk home, right? Come on.
Right now, it appears that they did not have any previous relationships or knowledge of one another. Just this, whatever happened out there on the street.
And today, investigators credited not only the dash cam video from trucks in that area from last week, they also credit the Atlanta Connect camera.
That was a lot. None of that shit happened. They didn't know anything about any of that. In the beginning, the first report of this shit, they had nothing. Dash cams on the fucking truck. That's a lot. That's a lot. Wait, I'm gonna prove it. We're gonna go back to the initial. Go back to the first one. The initial, y'all, I can't find it. That's fucked up. But I know that I'm gonna look. I'm gonna in my next when we do the next story, I'm gonna have it by then. Okay, I'll say that, man. The next story, by the time I have my boy have the eyewitness account to this, I would definitely have that part of the story as well to show you that they didn't have shit. They didn't know a fucking thing. You know how they found out about it? Because my boy Alton is mental health. When they picked him up, when they pulled over the car that he was riding home in, after they had already had information, they asked him what was going on. He told them himself. This is why when they came, my boy went to court. They told his family that they was offering him a certain amount of time, and then on TV they told him they was offering life. So we know that they use trickeration to use to have the media in their pockets. They do all kind of shit, but this is all I can say about that right now. But I had to put the story out there a little bit because I needed you to know that dude that was chasing him was chasing him. He was pursuing him. Thus, the whole reason why the car wrecked in the first place. If you weren't you arguing with this man, you telling this man he gonna get in your car and go with you. And he telling you, no, I'm not doing any of that. I don't get down with that. And he walk away from you. You get in car and you chase him, telling him he gonna get in your car. Then you trying to assert your authority? Really? What was really gonna go down had he decided to get in the car with the officer? That's the question I ask. What was really gonna go down? Because here in Atlanta, I've heard one too many stories from young ladies that say that the police officers be telling them that you don't want to fuck with me, I'll dump your ass in in the Chattahoochee off of 400. Now, if they say that, if a lady's heard that, how many times have you heard? Probably none. But I'm just saying, if that goes on with the ladies, like I said, man, these guys are um, aggressive. You had a whole fucking team of police called the Red Dogs. Anybody that know anything about the Red Dogs, they had trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble. Hmm? Let's look up a little bit about the Red Dogs, because I'm not going to talk too much more about Alton until his story is done, or until the next time I build on him with have my homeboy here to talk himself. Or he'll make a video and I'll play the video. However, it's going to be an eyewitness account on that. I can't talk about it until then because I don't want to affect the case. I don't want anything to go on with that, right? I just want you to be aware that there's some aggressive cops here in Atlanta. And he is a victim of an aggressive cop. That's all I'll say. In my opinion, these are my opinions and the facts of eyewitness accounts from a family member of Alton. And he'll be able to prove this when I do the next video on this. Right? So we're going to get off of that and we're going to get on to the Red Dogs. I'm going to show you some about the Red Dogs. And then I'm going to end this and we're going to get back on to some of these lame ass rappers that you're not supposed to be listening to and following. See, I stopped that because I had to break into this Fulton County shit real quick to let y'all know that Fulton County is full of shit. All these counties around here are gonna be full of shit. Georgia is on the bullshit. It's a whole fucking silent war going on. And if your ass ain't watching, you will be caught up in the mix. Red Dogs Atlanta. This is who.
New at 6, Atlanta police are taking a page from the past to fight crime now. The Titan unit, which launched this summer, takes a page from another time when Atlanta struggled with violent crime. And the police chief says it will take an aggressive approach.
11 Alive's Doug Richards looks at what it will do and what it will not. Chief Bryant disclosed the nature of the city's new crime-fighting unit in a conversation with state lawmakers. It's worth noting what he says it will not be. Like black-clad ninjas, they swoop down on their prey without warning. This is how a 1993 11 Alive news report described an Atlanta police unit called Red Dog. When there's a problem, and they call Red Dog. Which targeted drug dealers and street crime with aggression and bravado. In the projects, man, this ain't Buckhead. It was effective and politically popular at a time when crime and crack cocaine were rampant.
It is a fight by the community against crime, assisted by the police.
Red Dog was also problematic. During one raid, they accidentally beat down an undercover Atlanta cop who sued the city afterward.
But some of these officers, they just attack people without, any of that, no answering the questions or anything. Just attack you.
The city disbanded Red Dog, but the appeal of specialty squads remains at a time when crime is resurgent.
Once upon a time,
This was a House Public Safety Committee hearing Tuesday.
Atlanta had a Doug squad that was noted to be called the Red Dog Squad. Have y'all considered specialty squads?
Absolutely. That new unit is called the Titan unit.
Atlanta Police Chief Rodney Bryant says the new Titan unit will work aggressively to address violent crime, though he says without Red Dog's sometimes violent tactics.
What we saw in the Red Dog area was drugs being sold on our streets and violence being committed around those drugs right there. This level of violence that we're seeing is a tad bit different. We have to think more strategically with better ideas on how we are able to address crime.
Chief Bryant was with Atlanta PD during the Red Dog era. Although the strategic framework of the Titan unit is still a work in progress, Bryant says he does not want to repeat the mistakes of the Red Dog era.
But they are. But they are. Nevertheless, they are. They're doing the same exact shit. They just naming the shit differently. That's it. So look, man. Peace to the guys and goddesses, high vibrational humans, and anybody else who's watching. If you're high vibrational, just know the target is on your head too. They like fear. They love it. They love pumping fear because it hits you to make that sweet, sweet, sweet adrenochrome. I ain't gonna get off into that. That's a whole nother lecture or a whole nother one of these, whatever this is. Peace.
Cause it's your body that they need to. Cause you make that good Adrena crawl. That's why now they never leaving you alone. That's why it's war. So that's why it's war. War is all you have for me now. War is what it's called. 365 days, 52 weeks, 1 year. That's even a lifetime sentence. Ain't no repentant stench. If you commit that crime, ain't no press and rewind. Your freedom is stupid. It's off to a new place where nobody fucking knows you. Time to put your motherfucking shoes on. These motherfuckers is trying to run up on you and get your dough. They all up in your face, as if you didn't know. CIA be playing games and shit, and you ain't got time for that shit. The FBI be with the other blue shit, and you ain't got time for that shit either. So it's war with all these motherfuckers. Hey. That's all you have for me, so war. Corporation is trying to fuck you in this motherfucker, man. Fuck the corporation. Fuck the 3K Nation. We gotta stand up, come together. That's all they got for us, yo. Straight war. Yeah, they don't care about you. The government, the corporation, they ain't gave a fuck about you. Really, wake up.